Well, hey Pisces, how about a reading with your metal dog here? We're going to be asking about your mission. So I got a set of questions. I'll tell you about them as we go along, but we're going to start with an overall card of your mission. I'm just looking at my limited time to tape this, but I have plenty of time. So let's do this. Okay. Splitting the deck here. Muse Tarot says, your overall mission is a queen of voices. You must get clarity and you must cut out what does not work for you. Wow. Okay. Always good. One card underlying the reason for this. You're in a Four of Cups. So if you're feeling sorry for yourself, ho hum, I'm in the doldrums. This is it. This always happens. I don't have any expectations. I don't see that I'm sitting in this magnificent Ace of Cups. I am fully supported by divine love. Okay, so that appears to be you needing to get clarity on the reality of your situation and then to act accordingly, because we just had this Capricorn full moon and we are all pushed to act accordingly at this very moment. The waters are coming up. We've got lots happening in Cancer. The sun is still in Cancer. Mercury's in Cancer. And pretty soon this will trine with, let's see what else is happening. Venus is going to enter Cancer. And then it will trine with Neptune, which is another watery feeling. It's over there in Pisces, your sign. So there's lots of waters. A little bit of difficulty communicating clearly or seeing clearly. But supposedly this trine with Neptune will clear that up. I don't know about you, but I've been having really vivid dreams lately. So sometimes I just like, my dream life is more interesting than my real life. Okay. I am finding cards from one deck in this deck. That's weird. I've not been playing with the full deck today. Okay. It feels that way sometimes. Okay, Pisces. We're going to ask, let's see, where's my questions? The first card we're going to ask is what matters to you? And then we'll have some questions that follow as we go along. Splitting the deck. I love readers where cards just fly out, but that's not my style, so sorry. What matters to you? Wow, the Empress, the Earth, the feminine. There's a very powerful energy here. Taurus energy, that could be a Taurus in your life. Very nurturing, feminine, powerful energy. She's good in and of herself. She doesn't need a partner as a person. She's just a very beautiful human being, or Earth herself. So this could be what matters to you, Pisces. And I'm glad if it's Earth, wonderful. Looking at the overall cards with the Queen of Voices as your mission is some kind of clarity. So if it is a larger sense of Earth, you might want to check out my Earth and Us reading. I feel like you may have had some disappointments in the past in this area. If it's a person who you see as the Empress, you might want to let go and let Goddess. Trust the divine support that there is in the universe, the force of love. Whether you're worrying about the planet or worrying about a person that matters to you a great deal. So then we ask in this questioning about your mission, the truth of who you are. A Six of Pentacles. You're a very generous person, or you're a person that is good at receiving generosity. We will clarify that. It could be a person who tends to think in a hierarchical way, or somebody that's very practical and pragmatic, the pentacles. But the pentacles are also about earth. So when I think about the earth, I think about that there's a new area of interest that's informed by indigenous traditions of relations with earth as kin. So the sense of give and take with earth makes sense to me here. If we think of the pentacles as earth, and we're talking about what matters to you is the earth, the empress of the mother herself. So this relationship of infinite reciprocity, you can see the infinity sign here between you and earth, or you and others. The infinity symbol suggests reciprocity, and that's always an ideal of a Six of Pentacles, but there can be hierarchy in this card because it's a card that used to be about charitable giving and generosity in a top-down perspective. So we will find out more. So you are a mutable sign, Pisces. What that means is you help us move from one season to the next. You are the end of winter and the coming of spring. I always have to check. I have to go in my head. Yeah, Gemini will be summer. So, yeah, you bring in spring. How lovely. Why wouldn't we want spring? But I wanted to ask of the mutable signs, like what is it that you're helping us to let go of or to bring in? A tower, great. But look at this tower. The tower is not anything that anybody wants to bring in normally. It's shocking. It is about bringing down something that is built on a bad foundation because you seem to be concerned with the planet. Here you are having a very beautiful, nature is shocking us kind of. You're participating in a process of transformation. This is like a Scorpio death card in a way. It's related. It's different, but don't worry about that. But when something falls, it allows you to build something new. So this is what you're helping us with. And because you're getting clarity around this Four of Cups, this is your overall mission, clarity around the Four of Cups. What I think is you're helping us to see how limited our vision is and to go, look at what, I feel like you're helping us with this, to see, because we don't have faith that we can do anything. We're in this like passivity with respect to the planet. But it could be, again, in a much more personal, local level that you're concerned with a person of this caliber in particular. So the Queen of Voices would have the wisdom to see, we're sitting in divine love here. Not, I have 3 empty cups. I never get what I need, blah, blah. That kind of self-pity narrative can be part of that Four of Emotions. So, you're just helping us bring in a tower. And towers can be prevented by you noticing, oh, we're built on a bad foundation. We need to undo this, dismantle this. So you can prevent a tower too by doing what needs to get done. If you don't do it, the universe will do it for you. That's the difference between a tower and death in my mind. That death, you can't prevent it. It is transformation that you cannot prevent. You cannot take control of death's transformation. But the tower, you can step in, anticipate. So what is this? The tarot wants you to know there is a 3 of Cups. Here you are with your friends looking up at the stars. I see this, again, as the cup, right? The cup here. And it's the Suit of Cups. That's interesting because we have this big cup, and the big cup in the stars and this divine support. But then there's 3 here. So this is your friends you're helping. And I don't think you know this somehow. Why don't you know this? We'll find out. The future. The future. It's always fun to look in the future. Some kind of light fun. Page of Cups, young, silly, flirty. I feel like magic is coming in. That's what I feel. It's like pigs flying. It's fun. It's magical. Every time I do Pisces cards, I see, well, not every time, but I often see this, that you're doing something really cool and magical, and it's hard for me to see exactly what it is. Often you'll give me like a 7 of Swords, where I kind of honor this secrecy is what comes up here in. So if you're working on a tower, you know, there's some kind of, I don't know, take or leave that. It's just past readings. Underlying energy is a Queen of Wands. The Queen of the Law of Attraction. She's a very magical being. She would fully be able to be a part of this silliness and fun, right? So that might be you. This sort of empressy energy. Hey, Ganny. What you doing? No. Come here, doggy. Dog wants to bark his head off, so trying to, without disrupting this too much, discourage that. What do you got there, buddy? Oh, it's a nice dog going by. Good. All right. I try to convince him that we're friends. We're friends. Yeah. Good boy. Nice. Okay. Dog whisperer? I am not. Middle dog? I claim to be. All right, so we're going to clarify. We have the Empress. This is what matters to you. Let's find out more about this. Okay, this wants to come in. Healing. Healing. This is in the realm of the mind. The Swords. It's going away alone to calm your mind. All right. Remember, we have the Swords as our overall mission for you, the Queen of Voices. See, there's a Queen of Cups. All right. She's emotionally mature. She's good at communicating about her feelings. That's very empressy energy. And the Chariot, lots of momentum, action, raw power. It's like healing the earth with love, and it looks like social movement to me around the earth. Okay, let me see, how can I give this sort of more local personal reading? Well, there is a need for you to heal in order to feel like the Queen of Cups and able to move towards this Empress, this one that matters to you so much. So you need to heal, and it's in your mind and your thoughts. So the kind of clarity that she gets on this situation, that's what you need to heal. Once you heal that, you get to be the Queen of Cups, who is a very lovely, emotionally mature being, and then you get to take action from there. And that is also a card of Cancer. So if you have, there's some Cancerian energy here with the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. So if you have a Cancerian person around you, that might be. You also have a fire sign here as well. Trying to think. It's not Sag, not Leo. Aries? No. Yeah, could be a fire sign. The Queen of Wands, you'll know her because she's really sexy and she's magnetic. So if you have one of those around you, or you happen to be this, maybe you need to notice that you're the Queen of Wands. You're hot, baby. Okay. So the truth of who you are is a 6 of Pentacles. I want to know what that means. If you watch my channel, it's not my favorite card. Queen of Pentacles, very practical, earthy. This does seem to be in the positive sense here of an earth-centered person, a person that is thinking about relationship with earth. And one of the things that I'm learning about how we can be humans in kinship with the planet is that maybe you come from a culture that thinks that we're just always destructive and that's innate to us, but we are part of nature, and we can be in what Kimmerer calls in Braiding Sweetgrass, honorable harvest, a relationship where we honor and reciprocate with the earth. So I see that the Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth. So this sort of recognition that you can be a very positive, nurturing energy, and it would appear that this is what you value too. So you truly are this Empress type of energy. Four of Pentacles. You might have trouble with limited vision. We've got the Four of Cups and now the Four of Pentacles. These are small worlds that we get trapped in because we're afraid in some way. Like the Four of Cups, right? This person is only seeing this. If you pull out, whoa. This one, Four of Pentacles, is holding on to these things that they work so hard for and holding on to them so tightly, they can't achieve more. And there is, that's coming up, lots of mind stuff for you mutable signs. So there is anxiety. You're definitely, truly able to be in this beautiful relationship with a very practical 3D world where you know your worth, but you also struggle with being controlling and anxious, Pisces. You're very sensitive people. I have a Pisces dad. I love the sensitivity, and it looks disabling at times. Oh, look, there's your card on the bottom, the moon. There's a lot you could explore. You could explore your anxiety and your control issues in order to know your worth. But basically, so like you may be so conscientious in some way about this reciprocal kinship relationship kind of Six of Pentacles mode of being. Like sometimes what can happen to me is I'll go to the grocery store and I'll rule out everything for various reasons, but like, oh, I can't buy anything in plastic. And all of a sudden, like, what can I buy? So then I get tied up in a knot. So that can be changed and resolved through some self-exploration about why am I being so controlling and anxious and ridiculous with my standards. Something like that would be something you could find when you go explore your emotional depths, like this lobster that swam to the big bottom of the waters and went around in the murky, gooey parts that nobody wants their toes to touch. Like I think of it like a lake, and I don't particularly like swimming in lakes because of the mud. It's really just probably like really juicy earth that's full of vitamins, but it's icky feeling to me, makes me squeamish. So that's why people don't want to go down there. But that's your card, Pisces. You're the lobster. All right. And when you look down there at the bottom, you may see the foundation beneath this tower that needs to happen. And so your job, your purpose here is to have that clarity that comes from going down into the depths. And anticipating this tower, and either helping to prevent it by doing it without a tower, without surprise and shock and the universe being involved, or to just simply guide people through it. Like, this is such a beautiful tower. We can see the squirrel in awe at the power of nature. We see butterflies. This is about transformation and rebirth. We see a new tree, an acorn. It's going to be an oak instead of a evergreen. But there's a nut here that will birth a new tree after this one has fallen. So let's see, how are you helping us with this transition? There's that Six of Pentacles. That's who you truly are, right? That's the same card. It's like being yourself is how you help us. Like knowing your worth. So whoever you are, to know that, to explore that, to move out of this Four of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, this anxiety and control. Like this will help us with this Tower. There's more practical, earthy energy, the skill, all of your skills, your work, the practical discipline that you have. And illusions, the Seven of Cups, choices, but also, as you can see, it's quite confusing. Like there's a lot of risk here, that what you're seeing is just a projection, a hope, a fear. So we think of this card as confusion. So what's happened here is actually this Tower, like people have really put a lot of work into this. It still has a faulty foundation, but they've really put a lot of work into this. They feel like the big man. Like you can see why I don't love the Six of Pentacles. They feel like the big man. He's all, like generous. He's giving to the poor people, and he's just. He's got these scales here. You know, he's the rich man giving to the poor. There's been a huge amount of work put into this structure, but this is an illusion. So it's a different kind of Six of Pentacles from here. But if you are the one that built this Tower, it is also a part of your responsibility to help us recognize it, and maybe to accept it and see the gift of its coming down, that our illusions are lifted away from us, right? So much here about perception, not seeing, and your mission is clarity. All the birds represent the truth. Swords are the mind, so be of clear mind, intellectual. Sometimes she's described as cold. The suit of air is the suit of spring. It's a suit of blood. It's just warm and moist. I know people hate that word in the humoral logic of these elements. So as an intellectual, like my mind does not make me cold. You know, my mind is connected to my heart. Like, in fact, the cells, our neurons, begin in our heart, and they climb up through the nerves into our brain as we develop. Check my work, but, you know, I read that when you talk about the development of the fetal tissue, that the heart cells are where the mind is born from. And so then people have made this argument about the heart-mind connection. So I think I might have learned this from Heart Math. It's a really interesting study, and scientists may laugh at me when I refer to that. So whatever, science doesn't know everything, obviously. Okay. What is hidden from you is a Three of Cups. Here you are, looking at that divine cup. You're with your friends. It can be about a possibility of reconciliation, Pisces, but let's see. There's your moon. There's you and the moon journey. That's the unknown too, right? So, come on, Tarot, don't be so repetitive. There's a Six of Cups. This is childhood. This is undefended love, soulmate connections. let me get this all out here. And there's your Three of Cups again. So what you don't know is the mystery. I feel like there's something in your childhood that needs to be revealed for you to have undefended love and friendship, like true friends, and reconciliation perhaps. You need to go back and look here to when you felt like this little kid, open-hearted, just giving your heart to another kid. That's your moon journey. There's something there that will get you the Three of Cups. Like whoever this Three of Cups is, these friends, this sense of belonging, you know, you're thinking about them here. This card has been really important in this reading. Okay, future. This little flirty Page of Cups. Magic. Right? Because there's lots of magic in this reading. Let's see. Let's find out. Did you know that magic used to be a way of dismissing earth-based occult powers? You can call something magic. It'd be like, oh, poo-poo. Even in olden days. But now we wish for magic. There's the Fool. There's a lot of this energy, the new beginning, the lightness of the Fool. It travels very light. Leaping off the edge, full of faith. Definitely, Pisces, you are torn between the things that you've known to happen in the past that ruined everything and where you can't hope, and these kind of like really light-hearted, may seem foolish to others, but it's just such a joyful existence. There's a Hermit. This is a solitary energy. It's much like this healing energy that we see under your Empress, under what matters to you. So, but this is going into your inner light. The Hermit goes alone to look to the divine within. And the Hermit is often seen as looking at history. And so because we see the Six of Cups is also about looking in your past in this moon journey. It's childhood, past lives. It's inner child work. That's, if we look on the table, and this is backwards to you, but the Hermit's looking in the past towards this Fool. Remember when you were that fool? Remember when you believed in magic? And strength. Beautiful. Very different from the Chariot energy. 7, 8. Okay, so this is the Lion energy. It's like pure animal fire motion. It can be a bit violent, beastly. It's like, so the Lion is coming from when these cards were made in the early 20th century. It's a prejudice against animals and animal nature, and that humans have a higher nature, right? So we obviously disagree with that now. Well, some of us might. I do. I always have to go through this when I see this card. So if you think of the Lion as your violence, the harm you do to others, and this beautiful feminine energy, right? This Empress energy, and this Queen of Cups energy, this beautiful feminine loving energy. She can put her hands into the Lion's mouth, and because of love between them, the predator-prey relationship is made safe, so that, you know, it's the lion lying down with the lamb kind of energy, but instead of the lamb being this passive energy, it's the power of feminine, of the divine feminine here. And the Strength card is also the energy that beats the devil in the tarot. And we don't see the devil on the table. In fact, we see, wow, okay. Yeah, we don't see the devil on the table here, but because strength is here, you do have the wherewithal to do this inner child work, to resolve this kind of thinking. This is devil energy, right? These are the way that our limited thoughts and ideas get us in a funk and tell us like we don't deserve love or life, or everything's gonna always go the wrong way, and it's cynicism. So you have strength here, and the Fool, and this Page of Cups. There's all of this optimism possible in the future when you look back and do this work. So the Hermit looks into the past. It's clear to me that to find clarity, which is your mission, the Queen of Voices, to find clarity, to see what's really true, not this little limited worldview, sorry, but this view. That to do that, you need to go excavate your past. Underlying energies. Remember, you have anxiety and insomnia. So there's a feeling of being trapped and blind, when in fact, absolute happiness and joy, authenticity are right here for you. And we have the Knight of Wands, another immutable sign, the Sagittarius card, or one of them. The passionate, happy-go-lucky knight, very fast energy. So that's this, I love when the cards stick to my elbow. That's kind of like this Chariot energy, fast, not super emotional, a little struggle with commitment. And then you have the Emperor, who's like so committed, so decisive, so dependable. So you are mutable, Pisces. So we see you moving between these two energies. Like, the resolution of this is by doing some work, looking into your childhood, which I have done and which I highly recommend. It is a beautiful, magical, it's a journey like this. It's a journey like this. It makes you feel like this, free, in a way that's, it's different for all of us, but it's really beautiful. You get to have all these connections and resolutions and all of this emotional joy with others when you do that work. When you don't do that work, you're stuck in this, okay? There's also a larger message here about the planet, like in your collective activist role here on the planet. It is about helping us through what is happening on our planet here. Yeah, and I keep seeing this over and over and over again. We can't do it alone. We need these friends. We need our fellows. We need some way of accessing undefended love, to create this magic. It's hard for us even to see the possibilities because we're so trapped. We feel like this, but this is actually the possibility. So that's the larger collective interpretation of this reading. And so take what resonates, if this is this personal journey or if this is this big activist commitment, or both. This is the advice that the tarot has for you. Really cool reading, Pisces. I just love reading your cards generally, and this is you. You are magical, and know that, because it looks like you're getting a little bit off track so get back to knowing who you are. That's what this Capricorn full moon was all about. We have a new moon in Leo coming up in a couple of weeks. So more of this sense of leadership, of fire, of motivation and action. And yeah, I look forward to doing your cards next month. Have a beautiful day.